All right, hello, and welcome to episode 9 of the Thick Rick Rage story. We are here in 2019 for the 8th round, which is in France, which is a track that I did like 3 hot laps on, and then I did the practice, and God help me for the rest of it. So, we're in qualifying here. I have done a bit of practice. For the most part, it's just a matter of like finding the flow of the corners. There are a couple of corners on the circuit that I am real bad at, and I'm sure I'll be found out pretty quick. So I think I've got my set. Yeah, I've got my setup good to go. Let me take a quick look at my power unit. Actually, MGK is starting to fade, but I'm only at the start of the second third of the season, so I'll let that go until it pukes. Same with the energy store, I suspect, and otherwise, gearbox should be good to go. The practice gearbox is yellow, but the event gearbox is fine, and I've actually still got some good life on the first one. So I think nothing to worry about for components. We're just going to get to it. Let's go. Oh, good. So it does, in fact, start me on the straightaway. My power units there are fully up. Ooh, I already couldn't see that first apex in this daytime. It's all very shiny. Okay, so coming through here, try to find the 75. 3 gears, coast through, drop another gear for some rotation here. And I think I could keep it in third. Whoop, this is one of those corners I was talking about. This one, and then not the 2 long right-handers, actually. I feel like I'm more or less comfortable on those. But there is rather, a couple left-handers in the final sector that I'm just not super comfortable on. Take 4 gears here, right a bit of curb, downshift for a little bit of rotation. Sliding the back end like a fool, but that's okay. And now for the full speed right-hander here, turn it at 50, cut down the angle with some of the corner, and then here we're going to be very, very light brakes entering into this corner here. Then as we rotate around, find that apex, flatten it out, brake late, because we want to lay left apex here. That was not the left-hander, it's the next left-hander that is a blind spot for me here. Because from what I feel, I think I should be trying to get closer than that. Oh, don't even see the apex on screen for the final corner. This is going to be a horrible qualifying position. I didn't look. I could have looked at the top left, but I didn't see it.
Disappointing, but we just need to push hard in the race and we can still come away with something.
That's what I deserve. Okay. Yeah, there's corners on this circuit that I don't feel like I can take very well. And you know what? After I already had my season highlight in Monaco, so we're just gonna take it. You know what I mean? Now this is a long track with some long DRS opportunity or overtaking opportunities in the middle there.
It's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world. You're right, buddy. So I have to make 3 positions by the end of the race for the company to be happy, which is possible. Tire wear is not a factor, or the upgrade for tire wear is not a factor for this race. So let's see what else I can do. It's probably finally time for some powertrain updates, which will, I think, the Williams, okay, yeah. I thought this was the overall graph I was looking here. It's just specifically for the powertrain. So yeah, let me do that. I could use a little more speed. Otherwise, I don't have to make any changes. So we're just going to launch into it. By the way, if you ever see any weird cuts before the sessions, it's usually because I'm skipping the loading screens and all of this ramble here. It has happened in the past. I can't remember specifically if it happened with 2019 or not.
I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
I don't like... Oh, it's saying even if I do push the tires, I can get 8 laps out of the soft. So I'd rather do this then, because I'd rather go soft to medium. So look, it's saying I can get an extra lap out of the softs if I'm pushing it, if I'm not trying to conserve tires. So I may as well just take the split here. Although I'm not loving an extra lap on the softs compared to the medium. So maybe I will just take that back 1 lap. And it will save me half a second. Wow, look at that. All right, good strategy. I'm going to try my best. Let's go. Whoops, wrong button. Now let's go. Okay, so I find myself between two Haas cars, it looks like, which is just not a great place to be. And this is a tight start-finish straight here. So I think I want to stay to the outside of the first corner. Can't see where my braking zone is, so I'm just kind of going on vibes here. Whoa, don't shoulder check me, please. Thank you. Now here is where everyone's going to bunch up, so I'll brake a little earlier than normal. Really don't want to give up that spot I just got off the start line there, but I might have to for sake of keeping the race going. Never mind, he backs off. Okay, on to the start-finish straight now. Not the start-finish straight, jeez. The back DRS straight. Every straight is the same, says Tumblr. So we're going to coast along here. They're going 3 wide. I'm not going to catch up. Whoa, big lockup by Danny Rick. All right. You'll notice, or you may have noticed, in that run there was a lot of sparks. That's because I downloaded the mod from Overtake for that, and in doing so, disqualified myself from having any times on the leaderboard because the game recognizes a mod. So that was a choice I made, which is fine. I mean, the timesheets for F1 2019 are not something anyone's paying attention to. But it would have been nice for me when I'm practicing, like when I was practicing Monaco, to be able to see my previous day practice times. But whatever, small price to pay. We're finishing lap 1, up 2 positions. Very nice. The battery's still looking pretty good actually, so I will, for now I'll turn it down, but I'll turn the fuel up to compensate, because I think I was pretty delta neutral at the end of that lap from when I started the race, as far as the burn. So I will use it for now, and then after the long DRS straight, I will turn it back down. Capiche? Okay. I actually really like the look of this track. I've seen people complain about having boring racing and the paint stripes on the outside, whatever. I did a bit of racing on this track. I think I mentioned in the last video, I did a bit in Le Mans Ultimate, but I never committed much of it to memory. It's been a while. You see the Toro Rosso up ahead darting in and out of the line. Wonder what that was about. Wonder if there was a lack of grip or something. And I'm losing time to the car ahead. Gonna try and make some of it up here because they are squabbling like a married couple. And I'm going to just use the downshifts more than anything on this attempt around. That felt really nice. That is a slow car ahead. Was that Bobby K? No, that was... It might have been. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Sucks for
Okay, clear.
your side of the rivalry, I suppose. Watch me also DNF because of engine problem. Oh well. Alright, lap 3.
DRS is now
Let me
enabled.
try and pull
Will be
Devin
available
Butler
to use
wide
when you
because
are
I
in
want
one
this side of
second
him.
the car ahead in the DRS zone.
Oh, he does a great job of pushing me out there. It's all very shiny on track today. But I'm going to have DRS on him unless I really botch what I'm doing here, which is always a possibility because I'm quite dumb. Case in point, I'm a good old Canadian boy, so I mean obviously je parle un peu français, mais je ne très allé ou confiant. So I only speak English because I can't put a sentence together most times start to finish without getting something wrong in the language I've spent my entire life actually speaking. But I know a very little bit of French, just enough to get by if I'm doing the tourist thing. Je ne très bien, mais I'm alive and I'm kicking. Alright, now I want to see if I can make up a little here. Just a bit of distance. I'm not going to, I'm not going to close that gap entirely, obviously. But I'm going to
We're
leave.
accumulating some wear on the MGUK. To manage this, we'll need to lower our ERS deployment mode.
Brother, it's on medium. I don't really turn it up all that often. The fuel's up. And I'm in P15, which is...
We're approaching the pit window.
That's
You'll
right.
be on the mediums.
Oh, I just realized I don't actually know what the pit entry line strategy is. I don't know how long the line is. I may have to use a flashback on that one. But I did turn on the pit assist because I'm just tired of dealing with it. So we'll see how that goes when the time comes. Oh, goodness. All right, I don't think I have DRS. He looks too far ahead. So I will have to crank it up, unfortunately.
All-out MG UK. Our battery charge speed is suffering, and if it gets much worse, we could be forced to retire.
I mean, look, if it happens, it happens. But it was only just that 50% use before the qualifying lap. It's like, it can't be that bad. And I'm once again behind Danny Kvyat. Okay, we'll see how it goes. C'est la vie, as they say. As far as the MG UK. Look at all those sparks. Ooh, making up a bit of ground there. I wonder if I could be more aggressive. I just don't want to slide the car out, you know? Whoa, like this. Yep, exactly like that. That's what happens when you brake when you're in long lateral traction. All right, well, that was my one flashback for the first stint. I'll have to live with that. Having learned his lesson, he felt very dumb. Je suis très stupide. I should speak more French. I've had 390 days in Duolingo on French. I did Italian for a while. I did Japanese for a while because I did an overseas trip last year, which was incredible. And now I'm... Oh, yes, I will do that. Now that I'm trying to learn French for the sake of some travel I'm having to do in a little bit, man, Duolingo just doesn't teach you what it needs to teach you to do stuff like ask for a bathroom. Well, I guess that's not true. Où est la toilette would be serviceable, I suppose. But, like, you may as well just wear big old, like, sandwich boards that says, I'm not from here. It's the hardest thing anyone's ever had to go through. I know. Boring old man complains about nothing type shit. But, like, hey, when in France. Alright, I need to lock in a bit here because there may be an opportunity for me on the start-finish straight. If I can keep it close to the back of Danny K here. I'm going to try to pull him out this way a little bit. Nope, he's not biting. Okay. Whoops, that's a track limit warning for nothing. Not only did my dummy move fail, I proceeded to be the dummy. Ah, well, away she goes. I would say a big advantage of the slide I had on this corner before, on this particular track, is how absolutely astronomical the runoff areas are on this track. So that is a bit of advantage. Okay, looks like I can just gun it down that pit lane there. So I will try to remember that, because I think this is the lap I am pitting on. Yes, fuel goes up. Gonna keep to his left.
We're coming in this lap.
Excuse me, dummy. Haha, get overtaken, fool. Oh, keep it in the lines. There we go. Hey, yeah, let's go, buddy. If what I just said sounded weird, it's because I thought I was about to swear. So I sort of panic censored myself, which is not something I do in my videos, if I'm honest. I don't really care. Listen, I worked in kitchens forever. Swearing just helps you. It's fine. Do it. As long as you're not personally attacking anyone with it, with, like, I don't know, the C word, or any of the, the more offensive things, go wild. Just focusing through the chicane here. What are my tires even looking like? Bad is the answer. Oh, actually, that's not terrible.
Pit now. Pit now.
I can't pit now, Jeff. I'm in the middle sector. This guy. What do I pay him for? I don't, is the answer. Okay, so I just gotta focus here real quick. Gotta pull in tight. Could have been better. Has been worse. And this is where the pit lane starts, I believe. All right, let's go. Oh, wow, it was a good thing the assist was on there because I would have not made it. Oh, this is nice. I like this this paddock here, this pit lane. Look at all that grass on the left. If you listen to the right side as I was going in there was the alarm sound that my brain makes when I'm scared. And here we go. Let's get the second stint started. We are now into the second half of the race.
Exit now. You'll be racing as you leave the
Guys,
pits.
please. That was an extended wait.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
I think maybe I should turn pit assist back off because I don't like not having control exiting the lane. The next race after this is, I believe, Austria. So a little more familiar for me with the pit lane. So I'll probably turn it back on for that and then leave it on? Question mark? I don't know. It's not like I'm getting any particular advantage having it on. I'm actually probably... I don't know, actually. Maybe I am, because I was really bad at, like, dropping the car back in gear after.
Okay, we need some energy harvesting. Reduce ERS
Okay.
deployment.
So I was having a smooth overtake of Danny K. Kimi Räikkönen's up ahead. In this game, these games, excuse me, are made in such a way by Cody's that, boy, Kimi Räikkönen just loves a dive bomb. I've done a lot of, like, solo, like, just 5-lap Grand Prix in the past in F1 games where Kimi will just absolutely fuck you up on the inside going for a dive bomb. And suddenly there's your tire in the crowd. So, like, whoop, always got to be careful when he's behind you. Hey, if I finish really poorly in this race, can I blame it on the MGUK? Just asking for a friend. Anyways, we are on to lap 8 now of 13, which means we are well into the second half. And by well, I mean more than one lap, which is nice. Probably I should have got a penalty for cutting the pit line there. Whoa, keep it. Oh, shit. Well, here's my,
Okay.
here's my, here's my flashback for the second stint. That sucked. That felt really dumb. And I know not to take the curves at full power in these games. I've learned that lesson so many times. But do I remember? No. Oh, look at that Husky chocolate logo. Are they a real thing? I never seen it anywhere. Not in North America, at least. In the various provinces and states that I've been in.
Is coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead. Now running medium tires.
Good to know. I have DRS. 2025 World Drivers Champion Lando Norris does not. Just trying to get past him into the chicane, taking P13. That felt nice. Good job on flashbacks for me. Okay, let me turn the battery back up now that I'm into the 40s. Hopefully it'll last me the rest of the race on medium.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
I know in the later games, there's a point made in the like game info that when the battery gets to 10% or less, the deployment really slows down. I have to assume it's the same thing in 2019, 20, up until the overtake button becomes a thing. But I don't know for sure. So I'm going to treat it like it is. Probably I shouldn't downshift so aggressively there, but hey, it'll be what it'll be. I'm not troubled.
The car behind has boxed for the mediums.
Just
Car behind on the
totally
medium
fine
tire.
about it. As I over-rev the engine and probably put an extra couple of percents of damage on it that I don't need to in this race. Now, lap 9, I love the gradient of light to dark that this game has been pulling. I mean, I have a reshade going that I truly wish I could remember where it started. I downloaded one from a YouTube video, I'm pretty sure, for F1 2020, and then I modified it to like just suit my setup better at the time. And I kind of like the way it looks, so I just haven't gone back. I'll have to try and hunt that down. If I can find it, I'll put a link to that video where I got the initial reshade filter from in the description. But that's watch history from a different account forever ago. So if I can find something that looks like this, I'll put it in there for sure. I just can't promise anything. but I'll do what I can. All right, we're coming in here. One more downshift for the extra rotation. Finally, I did that turn in the way that felt good. Whoop. Kicking out the ass end a little bit there. Now we're gonna... Yeah, I gotta go wider on the entry to that last corner there. Now, I know what you're gonna say when I complain about these corners in my lines. You're gonna say, Daddy, why didn't you just watch like a lap guide?
Is gaining on you by 5/10 a lap.
The answer is... didn't feel like it. I just want... I've done plenty of racing on this track. So, like, I felt like some of it would come back to me. And to be fair, it did. Those long right-handers, it took me a couple of hot laps, but I ended up getting more or less comfortable approaching the corner. So I figured, and especially with my life, like, about to become really busy with work and other things, I just wanted to record as many of these in the current week that I could. So, like, I recorded the Canada one going into the 2026 Chinese Grand Prix. I am recording this before the actual race itself, or the night before, because for where I am,
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
where I am, the race is going to be at 4 in the morning, and my old tired ass ain't staying up for that, so I'll watch it tomorrow. Hopefully it's good. We'll see. Whoa! Too much brake on that that turn. What was I saying? Yeah, hopefully it's a good race. I don't mind the, like, overtake button making, like, overtakes negate overtakes. I kind of like that. It makes it feel more, like, alive, the racing. And Australia had an insane amount of overtakes. Like, I'm not going to complain. Sorry, my phone buzzed, and like a dumb moth to an even dumber flame, I just, like, snapped over to look at it. What was I saying? Yeah, no, I've been liking the racing that I've seen so far with the regulations. I love the look of the cars in 2026 so much. They look so, like, how do I say it? Not futuristic, but like retrofuturism. Like, this is what the car of the future will look like type vibe from a Formula One standpoint. Wings that open to be flats type of thing.
Engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target.
I
Drop down to mix too soon.
Soon, but not yet. I want to try and get DRS on Kimi. I don't think I can do it, but I'm going to try. But yeah, I love the look of the new cars, especially because the rims are back and the hubcaps are gone. I think I've yapped about that before, but like, it was just such a downgrade in appearance when they put those wheel covers on. So for me, anyways, there's a lot to be excited about. And I'm especially excited that I get to be a Cadillac fanboy. Like, I'm sure they're not getting any points this year, but what does it matter? I'm a big fan of Valtteri Bottas. I love... whoops.
Reduce the ERS deployment, please. We need to charge the battery.
Yeah, I'm a Bottas fan. Checo, he's chill. I like him. He had to deal with Esteban Ocon as a teammate and Lance Stroll, and he made it out the other side with a career, so that's good. But I'm a fanboy for Cadillac because of the documentary they made when they were entering WEC. Oh, Kimi might have an issue. I made up way too much ground on him.
Information on Hulkenberg. They have some kind of mechanical problem.
Well, that's good for Hulk. Well, that's not good for Hulk. That's fine. It doesn't have any impact on my race. I wonder why I made so much room, or made up so much of the gap on Kimi. Hey, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the ass, you know what I mean? I'm just going to try and make use of the... If I had a better exit out of those corners there, I might have even been able to make a move on the straight, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Okay, let me try to get him around the next time. I don't think I'm going to pass him on the start-finish straight, because these final corners are... I'm not too proud to admit it, difficult for me. You're going to give me an opening... Oh, no, they're not going to bite here. Okay, I'm going to back off so I don't ruin both our races. There's no comfortable way for you to go side by side into these two corners, I think. If you end up side by side, sure, but to start it, no. That's just asking for trouble. Especially with the AI tendencies in this game to just hip check you off the ice. Hercules check into the boards even. Little more brakes this time. Try and tighten that line. Nice apex there. Okay, the battery is fine. If Jeff yells at me, I'm going to cry. I'll turn the fuel down for now until I get to that straight. We're on the final lap now, still out of the points in P13, but having made up 6 positions feels pretty good. I guess as long as I finish the race, I would have at least not gotten any worse thanks to Bobby K's early DNF. Alright. Oh! Trying too hard. Fuel up. You know what? Battery's going up too. Heck it. I could take another track limit warning even. Let's go. I'm not going to make it. Oh! A lot of swerving there. Alright, do I do something dumb and try to get him along the long turns here? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Lewis Hamilton winning the race. Shock and surprise at that. All right, we're going on the inside. And it's not working. Ah, well. At the very least, it was worth a sniff. As I can no longer control my car through the corners. Okay, so just a couple of slides off track. If this game were made in the way that you could catch slides, maybe I would have even been okay. But, you know, it's a poor artist that blames her tools. And, je n'ai pas un artiste.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Park 5.
I am le stupid. The AI, just like when a car takes, or the game takes control of the car after the race, they always do some boneheaded, like, tailpipe sniffing. And I'm not about it. And they still got Monaco on the graphics there. That's cool. That's cool.
Anthony Davidson. So after a
Oh my god, it said Anthony Davidson, but my brain interpreted that as Antonelli.
Let's have a quick look at
Homie
how
hasn't
the
even won a
driver
race yet.
standings have changed. It was
Chill.
Great work out there today.
Thank you.
Let's have your thoughts. You really cut your way through the field today. What was your strategy?
Foot to the floor. The power unit can't take it.
You're beating all expectations. Would you say we all underestimated you?
Yes, and quite frankly, I'm a little offended. Again, not how I would actually
Great.
act
Well,
in
that's
any
everything.
situation. The game wants showmanship for Williams, so I must do it. But that was a good race. That was a lot better than I thought it was going to go for a track that I don't particularly like. Oh, gonna run away or run ahead on points against Bobby K. That's good for me. That's bad for him. I'm not winning that. There's no way in hell I'm catching up Faber. Like, I gave up on that, I think, in the previous race. So, whatever. It'll be what it'll be. I qualified 18th or better. That's not what happened. I qualified 19th, but thanks for the 3 points. Yeah. So, Williams is liking me a whole lot here. Some teams like me less because of the showmanship thing. That's fine. You know. Oh,
Excellent result
negotiation.
today.
Okay.
Finishes like that will look good on your contract reviews. On to the next one.
So I just have some water there. So, how do I change what I might want? Oh, here we go. Okay. Qualifying position. Their baseline is 15, so I gotta... Yeah, I'll do... Do I want to be first driver? Oh, they're giving me the lead driver role. Oh, that's interesting. I don't mind being second driver to Bobby K in my rookie season, though. That's the thing. Like, I realized he was kind of like they didn't expect him to compete for the championship or anything. It just feels he's my favorite guy. You know, he's my favorite guy. You know, fuck no, this is the Thicc Rick Rage story, not the Bobby K story. Do I get pit stop? I get upgrade speeds. Can I bump that up? All upgrade time reduced by 1 week is what they're offering. Bonus resource points. 3 upgrades for... Oh, this is great. This is a fantastic contract. I just have to hold up my end and hit the 15s. With Austria, I think I can do it. We're into like the middle sector of the season now, so Austria's coming up, Spa's coming up. I think Monaco's in there. Not Monaco, sorry. I think Monza's in there somewhere. So I just wish there weren't so many contract renewals in a season. But I want to stick with Williams. I'm not going to negotiate. I just wish I could lower the expectations a bit. But I'll do it. You know, I'll take it.
We're accepting the initial offer then. If you're happy with it, then I suppose it's fine. But I think we could probably try harder to get better terms next time.
Yeah, I know.
Adventure
That's fine.
contained after all.
It's okay. I'm the lead driver now. Look at me. I'm the lead driver now. Austria is next. I want to take a look at the upcoming rounds before I leave this video, because it's gonna be a few days before I can record again. So I just want to see what's up here. I have 900 R&D points before I've even touched the session, so I'm going to use some of that. The power chain's got an upgrade coming. Chassis got one in the work. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's redevelop that. I still have points left, so what's the game thinking?
I recommend we
Sure,
go for
let's get the
something like
diffuser
this.
going. And that's all the points for now. Does it give me for Silverstone? Oh, I'm going to be so bad at Silverstone. Nah, that's a future problem though. Okay, so Austria, excuse me, Silverstone. Oof, Hockenheim, I'm not going to be good at. Russia, I'm going to be terrible at. Singapore, I've never raced on. Mexico never clicked. Coda, I hate the track so much. So it's going to be a tough bunch of races in there. But Austria is the track that I've always used to test, like, in like a set of course. So for example, I'll buy a new mod or a new car, and I'll try it on Austria because the hairpins will call your bullshit real quick in the first and fourth corners. So that's always been like a good, like, am I using my feet correctly type of test track. So I'm looking forward to that. At least I got points. What's the weather looking like? Cloudy but dry. That's good. That's good. That's good. But yeah, that was France. Not my best race, obviously, but better than I thought it was going to go. So I will take that as a win, and I'm going to go and sleep because it is so late in the day. So thanks for watching. Have a good day, y'all. Next is going to be Austria, like I said. Hopefully gonna have a quick turnaround on recording that, and looking forward to racing. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day, make good choices, and bye.